Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Oceans Reviews here. So today I'm going to be talking about my favorite Nicolas Cage movies. So I was sort of deciding what sort of video to do for Nicolas Cage month, A Summer of Cage. Ken over at the Mid-Level Media channel does these sort of themed kind of months, you know, he gets the community to participate in making some sort of content piece related to that genre of movie, film, or an actor, or just something like that. So this month is Nicolas Cage, and this is sort of my video that I'm making for Nicolas Cage month. I was going to do like maybe a top 5, but I think I'm just going to go through, I guess, my favorite Nicolas Cage films that I've at least watched this month and over the past few months, even before this, like the Nicolas Cage month even became a thing. So let's get into it. There's a few titles that I didn't get to buy. There was a few things that I kind of missed out on that I knew I wouldn't have enough time to get and watch, you know, before putting out this video. I'll mention those titles now. I didn't get to watch Pig. That's something that I really wanted to watch because I actually heard quite good things about that movie. And there was Mandy, there was Color Out of Space. I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be wrong, maybe. But yeah, just a few of the titles that I sort of missed out on that I think I will get around to anyway. Soon, but here's the titles here that I did get around to for this sort of Nicolas Cage themed month, and yeah, I'm going to show you guys what I watched and what I liked and everything like that. So here we go. First, well, not the first movie, but one of the movies I watched was Willys Wonderland. Then this movie was wacky. I mean, the supporting actors, like the sort of the teenagers in this film, they're not really good actors. Their performance wasn't really great. This movie was a bit weird. Yeah, it was different. But Nicolas Cage was really cool in this film. I just liked how he just didn't care, and he was just like this badass, and he was just doing his job. That's it. And he just wants to go home and get paid. You know, like he was really cool in this film. He was really violent as well. Definitely sort of like a movie revolving around Nicolas Cage, and if you really like Nicolas Cage that much, I would say buy this and watch it, or just watch it on streaming if you can, but I enjoyed it. It reminds, if you guys have heard of the game called Five Nights at Freddy's, or of Freddy's, I think it's at Freddy's, it's very similar to that. Very, very, very similar to that game. It's probably based off that game, if anything. So yeah, if you guys like that game, or you just really love Nicolas Cage, he is a badass in this movie. I did like it a lot, you know, in terms of that. But yeah, it was a fun movie. It was fun. It was fun for what it was. So yeah, Willys Wonderland. That's one that I did buy. I got that at JB Hi-Fi on sale. So yeah, I was happy to get that. Next movie I did watch was Next. So Next was pretty good. A lot of fun, great concept, pretty good sort of like plot. I really enjoyed the first sort of like scenes where he's like just going through the casino, and that sort of scene there was pretty cool and displaying like what Nicolas Cage's character is sort of capable of. And the ending was a little bit of a letdown in terms of like just the direction that it went. I sort of wish it displayed a bit more of his power, a bit more, and there was maybe more of an in-depth understory, you know, explaining about his power and maybe where he got it or what happened there. But yeah, it's like literally Nicolas Cage is an Avenger in this movie, and I did think it was great. I really enjoyed it, but yeah, literally Avengers. He's an Avenger in this movie. He could be part of the Avengers, at least, in that movie. I enjoyed it, though. If you guys like, it's more of his sort of like underrated Nicolas Cage films. It's quite underrated. I didn't see really too many people talking about that one, but I really enjoyed it. So, and then I just got through The Rock as well. This was a great, really cool, good story, action movie. Great sort of gunfights, there's a car chase, great plot, great story, really nice ending. It was just an all-round good movie. Like, it's just a feel-good action, good movie. It's just, there's nothing else I can say about this one. Everyone sort of gave pretty good like performances, and yeah, it was great. The Rock. I don't know, what did you guys think about The Rock? I thought it was great. First time watch, at least for me. I thought it was quite good. So yeah, so I did just get through this. This was the last Nicolas Cage movie that I got and watched just recently. And then we've got Con Air. You guys know about Con Air. I know this is like probably his most, if not his best, maybe, film. I loved it. Con Air is great. Great action. Very sort of, I sort of enjoyed also like the side supporting actors as well, and just the prisoners, and I thought they were quite sort of funny and a bit quirky as well. Like there's Cyrus the Virus, which I thought he was kind of funny in his name, you know, Cyrus the Virus. But I enjoyed the film. Really good action. Not much of an in-depth story, but great sort of cheesy action flick. It was great. Just Nicolas Cage in his prime, I think, in this movie. It was really good. So Con Air is definitely one of the favorites. So I'd recommend you pick that up. Con Air for sure. And then this would be my favorite Nicolas Cage film. You guys have heard me talk about this movie before, and that is Face Off. Face Off was amazing. So just a great story, great sort of twists in it, great acting from even John Travolta and, you know, and Nicolas Cage, of course. It was just really good. Like, I don't know, just the story and just what happens, and just like, you just feel your heart drop, like in that scene where he's sort of, you know, I don't want to spoil it. I feel like people need to watch it, but like how he's just in prison and he's like, fuck, I've lost everything. And then he tries to figure out a way to get out, sort of thing after that scene. I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about when I say that, but it was a good movie. It was really good. This is definitely one of the favorites that I've seen. First time watch a couple of, maybe like a month and a bit ago. So Face Off was amazing. I thought it was really, really good. Yeah, great film. Definitely something that you need to own and add into your collection for sure. Definitely a great Nicolas Cage title, that one. And then I did recently buy these two as a set. I was lucky enough to get these two at the same time for a really cheap price, and that is the two National Treasure movies. So these were actually quite good. They surprised me quite a lot. I didn't think, going into them, like, I didn't think they were going to be all that. I didn't think they were going to be great, but I was pleasantly surprised. I think they were great films. They were really fun, great adventure, sort of, you know, pretty cool, like fun little scenes, and like sense of danger, like sort of scenes going into it. I also noticed there's this guy in it, the same guy, he plays the I forget his name, but he plays the guy that gets lost in The Hangover. I thought that was kind of funny, like seeing him in that movie, in these movies, both of them. It's good that they carried also both actors, every actor, over to the second movie, and sort of almost continued on from the first to the second, and just telling two different stories. And I thought it was great. I hope they do like a third one. I did search on Google like that they might be doing a third one, or there's talks of a third one, at least a third National Treasure film. I think that's something that I think I would watch. I'd go to the cinemas and see. Definitely you guys should add these to the collection if you're into, like, I guess your type of adventure, treasure hunting kind of movies. Very, very fun. Great scenes, fun movies. Awesome. Add those to the collection. And also, there's one last movie that I did watch, but I had to watch it on streaming. I think Ken over at Mid-Level Media, he suggested it at first, and I was like, okay, I'll add that to the list, and I watched it. I saw it on streaming on Netflix, I think. And that was, I'll put a picture here, Raising Arizona. That was definitely a surprising flick. It was sort of really quirky, really funny, Definitely some funny characters in it. I enjoyed it though. It was good. It was very different to what I'm used to seeing Nicolas Cage in. Usually I'm used to seeing him in some like really like big and fantastic action films with lots of fire and explosions and things like that. But this one was just it was a different take. It was definitely different, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a lot of fun. So definitely give Raising Arizona a go if you guys can. I really enjoyed that one. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's what I've been watching during this Nicolas Cage sort of month. Definitely, these would be my favorite movies that I've watched of his during the month of A Summer of Cage. So if you guys are participating in A Summer of Cage, I would definitely recommend watching these or adding these to the collection at least. These were great. All these movies that I picked up were amazing, a lot of fun, great titles. There is a few that I did miss out on, but that's alright. I was thinking about, as I said, watching Pig. There was Mandy. There was A Color Out of Space, I think it was called. I probably could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, there was a few other titles that I missed out on because they were sort of a bit expensive and they weren't at my local stores and I just didn't have time to go and travel around, and they weren't on streaming either, which is kind of disappointing. But anyway, so you guys, those are sort of like my favorite movies and just the things that I watched during Nicolas Cage month. I reckon if I had to give you my top 3, I would say this is debatable, I think. But top 3 going into it. Number 3, The Rock. Number 2, Con Air. And number 1, Face Off. So these would be my top 3 movies right here from Nicolas Cage. Great cinema right here. Great action flicks. So there you go, guys. Those are my favorite movies from Summer of Cage and Nicolas Cage month. I hope you guys are doing great and watching some great movies out there in cinema. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.